Hi everybody, this is Lana Michelson from lanamichelson.com, and I'm here in Armon Netziv in Jerusalem. You can see in the background over there the old city of Jerusalem from very far, if you can see it over here. I'll show it to you soon in a moment. And today I want to talk to you about relationships. Had a session yesterday with a couple, because I do some couple therapy as well. And a question came up about the fact they were always told that within fast EFT or any of these modalities, if one person changes themselves, it will change the other person as well. And I want to give a little caveat to that, right? While it's true that the moment we change ourselves, we also change everyone around us, but we have to understand the reason why we end up changing everyone around us. What ends up happening is this. When you got into a relationship with somebody else, whether it be a romantic relationship or any type of relationship, you go in there because you have some sort of unconscious need to get a specific reaction for the way that you react. And that person filled that need. So let's say when you were younger, when you were a child, your parents used to always argue and fight with you. Hi there, Susan. Used to fight and would argue and would yell at you. To a certain extent, you connected the love of your parents with the fighting. Now what happens is that you connect the love of your parents with your fighting, you tend to think that love equals fighting, or love equals calling you names, or love equals putting you down. So when you go out and you seek relationships, unconsciously, your comfort zone is that area which you call love, which would mean someone putting you down, someone calling you names. Now on a conscious level, obviously, you're never going to say that you want someone to call you names, you want someone to put you down, but unconsciously, that's what feels like love to you. That's when you connect with love. I know people who connected love with alcohol because whenever they would sit in their grandfather's lap, their grandfather used to drink, but their grandfather gave them love, and so for them, alcohol means love, and that means that every time that they would look for someone for love, they look for someone who used to drink alcohol or be an alcoholic. Now, obviously, the alcoholic did not treat them well, but they still connected the alcohol with love, so every time they get out of the bad relationship, they look for another one just like it, because they never cut that connection between the alcohol and the love. So if you don't cut that connection between love and whatever bad habit happened to be connected to it, be it calling names, being put down, being hit, being abused, then you're going to constantly seek that out whether you know it or not. Now what happens is this. You on the one hand are seeking somebody who's going to give you that same feeling of love that you had when you were a child. They, at the same time, are looking for some reaction from you. And that would be reaction what they had from their childhood. Now, let's say you're changing what's holding inside of you. So you no longer react in that same way. That other person now has one of two choices. Either you're going to say, I love this person so much, I'm not getting what I came in for, but it's worthwhile for me to change something inside of me so I can continue to be with that person. And then they will rise to the occasion and everything will be much better. On the other hand, it could also be that they'll say to themselves, wait a second, I'm no longer getting what I came in to get. I want to get something that I came to get. They're not giving to me, so I'm leaving out the door, and then you're left alone. So when I work with couples, I always tell them that one of two things could happen. Either you can both rise to the occasion and you'll have a much better, much stronger, much more fulfilling relationship, or one of the members can leave, or both of the members can leave, because neither of you are getting what you want anymore. So when you're working in a relationship, and I do that, I always, number one, say both members, if I'm working with two people together, have to be in it and want to do the work, want to create the change that they want to create. And if they don't, I'm only working with one member, then I tell them off the top, they have to be ready for the fact that their spouse or their partner or the other person in the relationship might leave because you're no longer getting what they want to get. Now, before I forget, if you haven't yet done it, put a like down below, and if you're watching this on YouTube, press on the subscribe button and on the bell icon, because if you don't press on the bell icon, you won't be notified when I have any videos coming out. Otherwise, just press on the like button below. Now, the one other thing that I would like to say about this is that when you create the change inside yourself, you're creating change all around you, because whatever they're doing is no longer affecting you. So let's say they're calling you names, but you've tapped that out, you've spun that out, you've dialed that out, and it no longer bothers you when that happens. You're putting yourself on a higher place. But as I said before, you have to make sure that you don't mind that the other person might end up leaving because they're calling you names to get a specific reaction, and you're no longer reacting that way. And if you ever have tried to train a child to go to sleep at night, you'll know what I'm talking about. Because what happens is that they're used to going to sleep at any time of the day or night. Then when you start telling them 7 o'clock is bedtime, the first few nights they put up the biggest, enormous fight. And they'll fight even harder, and they'll start crying, and they'll start screaming, and they'll start throwing tantrums. And if you don't be consistent and stay with that idea that 7 o'clock you go to sleep, here's your drink, you go to the bathroom, that's it, lights out, then you're going to be stuck in this. But if you're consistent and persistent, within a few days, the child gets used to the idea, oh, this isn't working anymore. Might as well just go to sleep, and then they'll start going to sleep at 7 o'clock and sleep through the night. So the same thing happens when you're talking about a relationship, whether it be with a partner, with a parent, with a child, doesn't make a difference. When you start saying, I am no longer going to react to this type of behavior, you tap it out of yourself. You have to be consistent with it, because in the beginning, the other member of the relationship is going to try harder to get that reaction. They're going to try harder. They're going to suddenly realize, oh, I'm not getting that reaction anymore. It's not helping me. And then it's going to stop, and they're going to go down. In which time, either they will rise to the occasion to where you are now and say, I love you so much, I want to stay with you. Or they might say, I'm not getting what I came in for, not here anymore, and pull out. So decide what you want, be consistent, and be ready for any of the possible consequences that might happen, repercussions, whatever you want to call it. Either way, you're going to be ahead of the game, because if they're calling you names and that's not good for you and you don't like it, and then you make it stop, whether they leave, they're no longer calling you names, and then you'll be able to create a better relationship with somebody else, or whether they rise to the occasion and then you'll just have a more deeper, more fulfilling relationship with that person. Just take one more look over here at the view of Jerusalem. Beautiful, gorgeous view. You can see up there the dome of the rock over there, all around. Really beautiful, beautiful view over here. And have a great day, have a great morning, have a great evening, have a great night, wherever you are in this big world. Remember, everything's always going my way, everything's always going your way, everything always going everybody's way. Have a great day. Option to Heal or IlanaMichelson.com.